Hi, very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf. I hope I find you well, and today we're going to be talking about the Mamod bus that you see in front of us here. Before I get onto that though, this is my 400th video on YouTube. Feels like a real milestone. And also at the weekend, or the end of last week, clicked over to 3,000 subscribers, which I just think is absolutely amazing. So I just wanted to take the opportunity just to say a really big thank you to everyone. Thank you to all those that have subscribed. Thank you to those that might leave comments on the videos, and generally just thank you to everybody for being so nice and kind and yeah, enjoying the hobby with me. Anyway, back to the bus. Now, about a month or so ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, I put a video on the channel showing the Mamod factory. There's a factory tour that took place in August. I popped up there as well. I say popped up there, it's in Birmingham, the other end of the country to me, but we went up there. We had a good look round, loved looking around all the tools. But it was also turned out to be quite a sad day, because as well as being their first ever open day, this was actually their final ever day in existence. And as the day closed, so did the business. So as I understand it, the tool sets have been saved, and the family that own the Mamod business, if you like, or the name, do intend to open Mamod in some form in the future, probably just spares, maybe doing a few of the builds, but certainly models like this, I don't think these are ever going to be in existence again, sadly. So yeah, do check out the video if you haven't seen it. Fascinating to look around the factory, and just to think that you know, in a short few days after that was filmed, it was all gone, everything was gone. So
that's the Brunels who's making the push.
yeah, so I kind of flew through this bit. So all these press machines here, each have got different tools on them. You can see the tool just mounted on the end here, basically to draw the boilers. So the boilers are all drawn from a flat disc, and gradually, you know, press deeper and deeper until the final size is made. So anyway, on that day I purchased this. Now, I purchased this as basically this is their last model. This is the last model that Mamod released. This came out in, I think it was April this year. Don't know whether these even hit the shops. Somebody will probably correct me, but they had a few of these on the day. They weren't boxed, but I looked at this and thought, well, what a beautiful model, I've got to get one of these. And what I want to do today is really just show you around it and talk around the history of the model, and as usual, just show you all the features on it. Now, as a result of it being the final model, I'm not steaming this one, so apologies if that's what you've tuned in to see, me steaming the Mamod. I'm not going to do that. I just want to keep this one as mint and as good condition as I possibly can, and yeah, and I'm sure you understand that. So anyway, as always, let's take this over and I'll show you around the model and give a bit of history, and yeah, we'll come back here for some closing words. Yeah, so this is the final model for Mamod. This is the London bus. It's model number 1410R, which is the red London bus, and it's based on a 1920s type B omnibus with the outside stairs at the back here. Beautiful model of 4.5 kilograms. I believe this is the flagship model. This is the fourth incarnation of the bus. I believe the original one came out in 1989. There was then a green version and then a millennium version. All of those had sort of bench seats running down either side, and this redesign has the individual seats facing forward, both inside and on the top here. So this latest one has the silver cowling you can see over the boiler here. I think the original one was red, that had the red cowling. Obviously the green one had the green cowling, and I believe the millennium one was done in blue, but it might have been silver, I'm not sure. Now, the whole model is based on the LB1, which is the Roadster chassis if you've seen the steam car. The wheels and the drive gear are off of the steam lorry, so it is really, you know, it's built off a platform. We've got things on here such as the steering, you can see, and obviously the fully steamed boiler. So you put your fire underneath, the heat would then run up around the sides of the boiler and be vented through the holes in the top here. Get a safety valve, you can see here, unscrews. I'll just unscrew that quickly and demonstrate that. And if you watch the factory tour video, you'll see them crimping the end of this these safety valves. the front of the bus, we have the sight gauge. You see here, you fill the water up to the level on the sight gauge, and then round the other side, let me just turn it completely round. We've got the piston running here. You see, this will be your steam action piston, and the little lever here for forward and reverse, so you can get both motions. The drive rim runs through the body completely to the flywheel on this side, and then the flywheel has an intermediate drive here down to the back wheels. In terms of the steps, let's just turn this around here. I think wonderfully modelled steps. Look at these, absolutely marvellous. And as I say, you know, 4.5 kilograms, a wonderful model. Let's have a look underneath. Underneath, just the two frames. Battery box we'll come to in a minute, and again you can see at the front here, hopefully that camera's picking it up, the bottom of the boiler, and you'd slide the heat underneath. One of the things that's a little bit puzzling is the stickers on the side. So Hyde Park Corner, Piccadilly Circus, Tower Hill, all make sense. Steam models, Mamod, Garden Railways, all make sense. Remember, this is 1920s. Then on the side here, Marble Arch, Oxford Circus, again makes sense. Regent Street, yep, Strand. And then the Millennium Dome. For those that, I'm sure most of us are aware that that was on the Greenwich Peninsula in the year 2000. And yeah, I can only think that they've obviously reused the stickers from the Millennium Edition on here. On the front here, again, we've got a sticker on the front here, Hyde Park Corner, and then Oxford Street. All the other ones on there, and Millennium Dome mentioned again, which is, as I say, is a little bit strange. And then the final thing just to point out on here, as I say, it's going to be quite a quick review, this one, is I mentioned the battery box. If we turn the battery box on, there's a set of lights inside that light up the interior, which I think is a really nice finishing touch. Well, there you go, an absolutely stunning model. I have no intention of ever selling this. This will always stay in the collection, and yes, feels like a bit of a memento of the Mamod. I mean, when I put the video up about walking around the factory, the comments that I've had, I mean, all of us have a story about how, you know, Mamod brought us into the steam, got us interested in railways, and for most of us, we still have either our first Mamod or a collection of Mamods, and they're all on display, and it's just really, really sad that it has closed. You know, it's a combination of things that came together. The rates went up, there's problems with the fuel, and obviously the bills and everything just got on top of the business. But the family, as I mentioned, are looking to try and bring back Mamod in some form, so we'll have to wait and see what happens over the next few years. You know, maybe it might get into a position where it can make beautiful models like this again, who knows, but let's hope so. Well, there you go, what a beautiful model. I hope you'll agree, it's a lovely model, and yeah, I'm very pleased and proud to have it. As I say, I won't be steaming this one, but yeah, it will stay on display where I can see it daily. Anyway, again, really big thank you for the 400th video, and for all the people that have subscribed. Another bit of news I forgot to mention up here, this is the Markland Railway that was out in the garden. I've managed to get it in, and it's sort of propped up above me. It did fit, so there was a bit of an effort to get that in a weekend or so ago, but it is in here. That's what you can see here. So I didn't mention that at the beginning. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and as always, if you can subscribe, you'd be doing me a really big favour. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and yeah, gives me a lot of encouragement. And if you want to leave a comment on the bus, please do. Love to read them. Anyway, with that, we'll leave this one there, and I'll say thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.